What up gamers, Fence here, and in this video I want to try out something different, something new that I have never done before on this channel, and that is to react to another content creator's videos, which in this case I want to watch videos by Alex Bale. Now, if you don't know who he is, basically a few years ago he made these very popular SpongeBob conspiracy theory videos, and to show you guys what they look like, here they are in the most popular videos on his channel. You can see SpongeBob Conspiracy number 3, the Mrs. Puff Theory, 20 million views 3 years ago. So yeah, very successful. And next up, the Squilliam Theory, 11 million, the Evolution Theory, 10 million, the Television Theory, which is my personal favorite one because it got me thinking, like viewing the show in a different lens. But yeah, this one here got 8.6 million views, and so on and so forth. After the SpongeBob videos, he made 8 total, and afterwards he made theories on other shows like the Magic School Bus, and I watched this one too as well. But yeah, I have watched his 3 videos here, and I do want to watch them, but not with these individual videos. Instead, I do want to watch them as a compilation because I remember from way back then, when I guess he kind of took a break from YouTube here, he did mention that he was working on a compilation video that has all the SpongeBob conspiracy theory videos all into one videos, as well as adding new stuff, new content to them. So yeah, I want to watch that video, but also there was a new one, like a teaser for like another SpongeBob conspiracy video. Yeah, fine. One last SpongeBob conspiracy teaser, which he made almost a week ago. So yeah, I want to watch this one. I haven't seen this one yet. Here we go.
Can you make more SpongeBob theories?
Where's the new SpongeBob
What is the next
conspiracy?
SpongeBob theory?
But yeah, I do want to see more as well. But I know he's done with it. He's kind of moved on, but I guess one more.
Alright, I get it. Listen, I'm done making SpongeBob theories. I already gave you guys 8 big ones. And
Yeah,
then
8.
I made a whole web series about not wanting to be the SpongeBob guy. I'm done, okay? But since we're wrapping up this SpongeBob chapter of my channel, and since I'm basically at 1 million subscribers,
Dang.
here's what I'll do as a final
Almost there, man.
send-off just for you SpongeBob
Congrats.
theory fans. This video is a compilation of my 8 previous SpongeBob conspiracies.
Okay, I'm
with
guessing
no
this-
sponsorships, no film interruptions, no
This
whining
last
about not
conspiracy is
wanting
just
to
a
be the
compilation,
SpongeBob
okay.
guy, except
That's
for
the one I
whining
was
that
talking
just
about.
did, and a bunch of brand new,
Dang.
never before seen
2 hours of
content.
brand new
These theories
content?
have new
Larry,
evidence that's
Breaking
been
Bad? What?
discovered, some corrections and responding to comments I've gotten,
Ooh.
new ideas and directions for old theories, and best of all, 8 completely new, never
Whoa.
before seen mini SpongeBob theories.
Dang, that's a lot, man. Coming soon. Watch the full 4 hours and 30 minutes video on Patreon now? Oh, so it's already out. Wow. But yeah, I saw him talking about the compilation video, which I guess this one here is a teaser for. Yeah, I saw him talk about that. Oh, that's not the one I want to press. I want to go full screen because it's more presentable that way. But yeah, I remember in his community post, the one as of recent, yeah, he was talking about his compilation videos. This was like a few days ago, and that he'll be releasing that compilation video on YouTube before the end of the month, which I'm excited for. I want to watch them. But yeah, did it say like how long was that? That was kind of crazy. Like
Can you make more?
that sounded very long. Yeah, 4 hours and 30 minutes. Dang. So I would need to like maybe like cut them up because I don't think I can upload that long. Like I have done before, like a 4-hour video one time, but I was only gonna make it for that one video. I don't want to do it again. I might just chop them up into like multiple parts and stuff. Oh yeah, I can do them just maybe on 8 different videos since there's 8 theories. And I'm guessing with these 8 new mini theories that it will be in conjunction with like with those other 8 main theories. So yeah, I think I'll be doing that. So as we wait for that compilation video, I do want to watch some of his other theories that I haven't watched yet. So yeah, after SpongeBob, he did make other theories on other shows like this Magic School Bus. I've already watched this. I don't want to watch it here because I want to give you guys that elements of surprise, you know? Like I want to watch videos that I haven't watched yet on this channel. So yeah, I'm not going to watch this one. And also with the Magic School Bus, I don't care much about that show. Um, But also, I know he made two more. Another one that he did was the last Airbender here with Avatar, the Cabbage Theory. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch this just because I haven't watched the whole show of Avatar. Like I've only watched it 5 episodes of the cartoon, and that was it. I do want to resume it, but I feel like if I watch this, I might spoil myself. But also, I just don't think I'll be appreciating the video, the theory here, since I don't know much about what's going on in Avatar. But in this video, I do want to watch this video here, the Pixar blooper theory, an alternative to the Pixar theory, Alex Bale. Yeah, I want to watch this one just to give you guys like a taste of like what his videos is like. But I do recommend you guys to watch his videos first and then come back here if you want. But yeah, definitely recommend to watch his videos and also watch it in its entirety because he does have some extra like Easter egg stuff that leads into a different story when it comes to this whole don't feed the muse thing. Yeah, I do recommend you guys like if you're watching his theories, at least I think on the third or fourth theory of his, that you don't skip any of anything else that feels extra. So yeah, I do recommend you guys to watch his videos. But yeah, to give you guys a taste of like what his videos are about, and also I guess to introduce myself back to his videos, I'll be watching this one over here. So here we go, the Pixar blooper theory, an alternative to the Pixar theory, Alex Bale. So I do remember the Pixar theory from way back then. It's a very old theory where, if you don't know, pretty much it states that all the Pixar films take place within the same universe, like they're all connected somehow. And I do wonder how that holds up today because there's been like many Pixar films released since that initial theory was made. Like I think there's been some updates, but yeah, it's a very old theory, and I do wonder how it holds up. And I do want to see Alex's take on it to see if he'll add any new twists and turns to this theory. It is an alternative. Well, maybe we'll see about this whole blooper thing. Oh yeah, the bloopers. They did that in Toy Story, so maybe they'll be playing a part. Oh, you think they're like acting? I don't know. I know they're like acting in the bloopers, but that got me thinking now, something different. Wow, like a whole new thing. Anyways, yeah, before we get started, guys, I just want to say that this video here, this reaction video, will be the first reaction video where I don't obscure the video preview or mess with the audio because I would do that to avoid any copyright claims. But I'm gonna trust the content creators that they've done their job to avoid that already. Like they've already edited to make sure that doesn't happen. But of course, we'll see. And also, I might just pause the videos from every now and then to maybe avoid that. I know that's what people do sometimes when they watch stuff like trailers and whatnot. Anyway, guys, here we go. Let's watch.
This is the Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
Pixar
Hey, Mad
multiverse
Pat.
theory.
The Pixar theory.
I miss him, man.
Pixar theory.
The Pixar theory.
Watch Mojo.
Theory. Pixar theory.
Haven't seen them in a while.
By far, the most popular fan theory of all time in any media is the Pixar theory. The idea
I agree.
that every Pixar movie exists in the same cinematic universe, and all the hidden Easter eggs referencing other Pixar movies are actually carefully crafted hints that can be used to explain how all of these very different movies exist in one universe. It was
that's
created
it.
by John Negroni and has since been restated and added on to by hundreds of different people across the internet. And
Did I see
for good
Linguini
reason.
being related
I
to
think
the
Pixar theory is such
the
a
girl
fun
from
and clever way to
Finding
think
Nemo?
about these movies, and the amount of connections they were able to find is really impressive. But I also think the Pixar theory is fundamentally flawed. The theory
Ooh.
heavily relies on the logic behind Easter eggs in Pixar movies to
Yeah, there's
construct
been
its
like a lot of
narrative. I'm not
reoccurring
really
stuff
gonna
like
explain the
BNL.
theory in this video, but stuff like the reoccurring
And Dino
Biodog
Code,
logo
too.
being proof of machines taking over, or the fact that the witch from Brave somehow has a Sully carving being proof that she's actually Boo from the future.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
saying
remember
you
that
can't
too.
use Easter eggs in a fan theory. I use them all the time. They are very useful in theory crafting. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna claim this Easter egg as evidence in your theory, then how do you explain Boo having a Nemo toy in Monsters Inc.?
I remember that
Or
too.
all
Like,
these
there's been
Bug
so
Life
much
toys
Easter
in Toy
eggs
Story
within
2,
those
or all
films,
of the other many,
referencing other
many,
films,
many references
other
to
Pixar
other
films.
Pixar movies. You can't just say, "Oh, those are just fun Easter
The light
eggs
years too,
referencing
yeah.
other movies. They don't count." If you're also saying this Easter egg, now this one is actually proof of time travel and these movies being connected. Either they're all intricately placed hints about the lore, or they're all just references that don't matter. You can't have
Yeah,
it
for me,
both
I've always
ways.
thought
And
in
if
the
we're
end
being
they're just
honest,
references that
99%
don't
of
matter.
Pixar Easter eggs are just references that can't be explained by any in-universe reason. And look, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's fun here. I know most people already know this and still choose to enjoy the Pixar theory just because it's a fun way to think about these movies.
It is
even
still
if there
fun to
isn't
think about,
actually any
though.
hard evidence. That's at least how I enjoy it. But what if I told you there was another way to connect these movies? A way
Ooh.
that doesn't just rely on tiny background Easter eggs. An alternative way to look at this theory, based on actual, concrete, indisputable evidence of these characters existing in the same universe. Evidence
see about
I
that.
have never seen even mentioned in another Pixar theory. That must sound too good to be true, right? There have been hundreds of different theories trying to connect these movies over the years. How could there possibly be anything else to say? Well, what if I told you we've all been looking in the wrong place?
Ooh.
This is Alex Bale's Pixar Metaverse Theory.
Metaverse?
Alex Bale's theory, by the way, so that if all these other Pixar theory channels start covering it, they gotta give me credit, okay? This is my theory.
You want to eat the best, but cooking is
Oh,
a
there's Alex
mess.
Bale.
Frozen store-bought meals seem easy.
Yeah,
but
so
the
if you don't know
results
about
will
him,
make
he's a
it
filmmaker.
easy. Not anymore. Introducing
I remember
Factor
seeing
Meals,
like trailers of
America's
his
#1
like
ready-to-eat
his
meal
films,
delivery service.
and they look very
Factor's
interesting.
delicious
Wait, he's doing a
chef-prepared
this is an ad
meals make the
for
guests work
Factor.
out of eating well, so you
Wow,
can
that
eat
was
healthy
this was
without
well
the
made.
hassle. And that's not all.
Dang.
There's no prep work, no mess.
Yeah, way better than the
Factor
usual
meals
like
are
way
prepared and ready to
other
eat in
YouTubers
just
would
2 minutes
do
or
a
less.
product placement.
That's right, just 2
I did
minutes
try
or
Factor
less.
before.
But
It's
we're
good.
not done yet. Factor
I like
offers
it.
over
It's better
34
than
nutritional meal
the usual
options
microwave
and over
meal,
36
I would say.
add-ons like smoothies, keto shakes,
They got
desserts,
smoothies,
and
too.
more. I love Factor meals because they taste so good.
I know some
and
people
they're
would skip
super
this part of the
convenient
video,
for my
but
on-the-go
you know, I
lifestyle.
want to
That's
give
right,
them
it's me,
their chance
Alex
to
Bale. I've
do
been
any
speaking this
sponsorships,
whole
you know,
time.
since
This is what
we're
I
like
sound
watching their
like now.
video.
I just started talking
And yeah,
like
I
this,
do.
and now I
He's
can't
sweating.
stop. Please help me. And that's not all. If you
I do
use
want to
the
give him
link
like
in
you
the
know some
description or
credit.
scan the
I do
QR
recommend you
code,
guys
you
once
can
again
get
to watch his
50%
videos.
off your first Factor
They're really
box.
good.
That's right.
Especially the
50% off your
especially the
first
SpongeBob
Factor
ones.
box. And if you're still not convinced, we'll throw in free wellness shots for life. That's 2 free
Hey, this is
wellness
well
shots
made.
from the 3
I'm, like, so
available
impressed.
flavors in every order.
Like I said, he's a
Plus, this
filmmaker, so
incredible
I'm sure he
offer
knows how to
won't
do stuff
last.
like this.
So use the link in the
I
description
know he's been
or
working
scan
on,
the
or
QR
he's been
code
related
with
to
your
some
phone
other
now.
big stuff
Offer only
too.
valid for new customers
I
with
remember,
qualifying auto-renewing subscription
like,
purchases.
if you don't know, he's part of this whole big
71.com/terms
ARG
details.
thing.
Please help me. I'm Travis
Even like I think one of his
Infomercial. I'm a
commercials
horrible
was in
name,
the
and
Super
all I see is
Bowl, I
darkness.
think. It's kind of crazy just how far he
Hey,
went.
before we start the video, I just want to say I'm back to making theories. This is not a part of the Don't Feed the Muse ARG. That series is over, and I am done making SpongeBob theories. But
For
I
now.
do have one last special thing planned for you SpongeBob
The
theory
compilation,
fans. I'll
man.
talk about that a
Yes.
little more at the end. Let's finally begin the Pixar Metaverse theory.
Yeah, so I'm guessing with the whole blooper thing, that's gonna. I know with Toy Story they've done that. They played with that, like at the end.
When Pixar was
Yeah, those-
first starting
those
out,
scenes.
they used to include these little bonus segments during the end credits of their movies.
Okay, so I'm guessing he's gonna
Action.
use that as like the main thing to show like a different way to look at these films. That you know they're just actors.
Should that just be part of the movie now?
These were bloopers where they would re-show scenes from the movie, but the characters would suddenly forget their lines or mess up and break character.
Yeah.
Go get him, Mr. Solomon! You idiot! It's Sullivan, not Solomon! What? You're messing up the scene! Sorry! Never gonna work in Hollywood again!
Does this mean we can break for lunch?
It's a robot.
What? What's so funny? Woody!
Yeah, Toy Story is the one
Something
I
you'd expect
remember the
from a
most when it
live-action
comes to their
movie with
bloopers.
Real actors, but these are obviously animated movies with fake computer-generated characters and environments.
I've always liked
meaning
that.
The creators went out of their way to make these fake bloopers just to make the movies feel more real. They even sometimes show the crew filming them. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
these are not canon. They're just funny gags where we get to pretend like the characters are real actors on a real set. It's something that other animated movies have also done.
1527, take one.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure Alex will
I'm on
show
a
that
seafood diet. I see seafood.
that those bloopers mean something.
But if that's the case, if this is just a random throwaway gag for the credits and not something we should actually think about, then why did the creators go out of their way to make the crew filming A Bug's Life also bugs?
Actually, it wasn't even my idea.
Oh. Oh.
It's a weird detail to include for such a quick little nothing gag, right? But this detail has some very interesting
I mean, I don't know.
implications for this weird little meta alternate universe where all the characters are just actors who know they're filming a movie. Like, this has to mean that in this universe, these actors are actually real talking bugs, right? Like, I first assumed maybe the implication was that they were just like humans in bug costumes, but
Well, I don't know about that. So, I don't know, just seeing that one scene with the robot bird, like I'm sure there's some like, some fake animals and stuff to it. But like just the way that caterpillar guy, I forgot his name in that A Bug's Life movie, just the way he reacted, like he seems like a real person. And then now just seeing like the production team just also being bugs. I'm just going to assume that they're this is normal in the Pixar world, that there's like bugs being alive and stuff. But it's kind of weird that I don't know. I'm just wondering with like Toy Story and stuff, because like with the way they make these films, like the whole thing with Toy Story is that the humans don't know anything about the toys. Well, I guess they're also acting too. Well, I guess no. I'm just like thinking things really weirdly. So I'm guessing like even the humans know that the bugs they're like more smarter than usual, acting like humans. Kind of like the B movie. That's a weird movie. And then with Toy Story, I'm guessing they know that the toys are alive too. Well, yeah, I guess everything is like acted out. Let me resume.
there's no way the crew would also be in costumes too, so this means that they must all be
Yeah.
real talking bugs. We are looking at a universe
I never thought about
where
that.
talking
Like even
bugs
the
are
production
making
team
movies
being
about
like
talking bugs with tiny cameras and tiny film equipment.
bugs
And
or any
they're not
other
alone.
kind of
The
animal.
Monsters Inc. bloopers also feature monsters on the
Ooh.
crew filming the movie. And while we don't
I never
fully
thought
see
about
the
that.
crew in the Toy Story bloopers, and they seem to have human hands, they're
I'm
the
guessing
same
they're toys.
size as the toys.
Yeah.
And in one shot, if you look closely, we can see enough of the arm to reveal it as the
Oh.
exact same weird bendy elbow that Woody does, meaning they are all actually toys. All of these fictional in-universe movies are being filmed by the actual talking sentient creatures from their respective movies, meaning talking bugs, toys, and monsters all actually exist in these weird meta blooper universes. Okay, that's
Interesting.
pretty interesting. But why does any of this really matter? At the end of the day, these are still just little bonus segments that exist in their own separate continuities. It's not actually canon to the real Pixar universe that we care about. And that's true.
I don't
but
know.
unlike the Pixar universe, these bloopers actually feature, for the very first time ever, concrete connections between these films.
Like what? Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that scene. Even that one. I forgot all about this. They had
shows up as a crew member on a
They all
Bugs
crossed
Life.
over, I
The
forgot
bugs
about
show
that.
up in Toy Story 2, and Rex shows up in the Monsters Inc. bloopers. And these are not just little background references. These are
Yeah, these are all like
indisputable
all old
crossovers
movies. I
where
kind
the
of forgot
characters
everything about
interact with each other.
these
So
scenes.
no, this is not a theory about how the story in the Pixar movies connect. This is a theory about how the Pixar metaverse, the fictional universe where all of these stories are just movies filmed by live-action actors, connects together. And believe me, there is so much more here than you would.
Thanks to Google Play
Oh,
Games, we're
okay.
taking
Got an
all
ad?
mobile games.
Yeah, so that's very interesting to think about. Just even the bugs, the toys, and all that stuff. Like they're also part of the production team making these movies. It's not just like humans. Um, but yeah, I thought maybe at first, like I don't know why, I just thought about like you know maybe it's just the humans also filming it too. Because just thinking about that robot, I'm sure that was like human made. But no, I'm guessing maybe even like the bugs and the toys, they can also just make props and robots and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty interesting to think about that. Just with the bugs and toys, they're like in I guess in a metaverse way, like outside of the films, in a blooper way, that they're just all part of society, like just with us. It's not like just the toys hiding from Andy. Like Andy knows they're alive and just they're just acting with him. Dang. Yeah, that's something I haven't thought about. That sounds interesting. I like this take on the whole blooper alternative. I do like this.
Are just movies filmed by live-action actors connects together. And believe me, there is so much more here than you would ever realize. Before we continue, I just want to say that this theory does not replace or disprove the Pixar theory or any other theories about
No,
these
yeah, I'm sure. I
movies.
mean, every
Just because
theory,
they acknowledge in the lore that these are
they
just
go different
fictional
ways.
movies doesn't mean you can't still theorize about the fictional movie plots. Also, as I'm recording this, I did just find out that another YouTuber, The Theorizer, did kind of briefly mention the bloopers in his video, and his Pixar theories do get pretty meta, but as you're about to see, my theory goes in a very
I haven't
different
watched those.
direction, and as far as I'm aware, no one's ever actually talked about the literal crossovers in these bloopers. But you know what, still, go check out his video, he's got some fun stuff.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead
whole
and compare
crossover
to
thing, I
mine,
forgot
and check
about
out
them.
any Pixar
I do
theory
remember
shown
them.
in
It
this
like
video. I think
unlocked
they're
it when
all
I
really
first
cool and
saw them
definitely
here
worth
in
a
this video.
watch. Also, now that we're getting meta, we're doing kind of a television theory. I just want to
Yeah, that's what I
clarify
thought.
that when I talk
So that
about
television
Pixar
theory, like as soon as I saw that, these bugs were like also filming and the toys were also filming too, like the television theory is what I thought about. I don't want to get too into it, but basically, if you watch that, like you know what I'm probably thinking about. I do want to watch this again um in that compilation. But I don't want to say anything in case maybe I don't know, for some reason you guys decide to not watch their video instead of like watch mine. Like I do recommend once again to watch their video first. Anyways, yeah, very interesting. That's what I thought about first, that it felt very similar to the television theory.
Studios from now on. I'm referring to the fictional in-universe Pixar studios that is implied to exist in this metaverse. I am not trying to make any claims about the real-life Disney Pixar
No, yeah.
studios. I am strictly theorizing about fictional lore here. Please do
No, yeah.
not sue me, Mr. Mouse. Let's
I'm sure.
continue.
I'm sure they're not. We're not going to talk about like real toys in real life here.
So, from now on, I will be referring to this connected
like in-universe
behind-the-scenes
Pixar.
cinematic universe as the Pixar Metaverse, a term I'm blatantly stealing from Quentin Reviews. We now know for a fact that the world of the Pixar Metaverse has actual talking toys, bugs, and monsters that all coexist and make movies together about talking toys, bugs, and monsters. Unfortunately, only these
you know
three
what?
movies had these bloopers, so we don't really get a ton of information about how this metaverse world works.
Yeah, so I just realized now that when I thought about the humans, I thought maybe they would also be the ones watching this too. But what if if these movies here, only the toys and the insects and the monsters, like they're the only ones that watch this stuff. Like these movies made by them, but not the humans in the Pixar universe here. Ooh. But like I'm sure the humans, I mean yeah, the humans, I'm sure they have their own movies too. Like I'm guessing the Incredibles, like that would be like their own version that they watch. But like they don't know anything about the toys or the Bugs Life or monsters. I wonder how the humans play a part here because just thinking about it, we haven't seen a human yet in these, so I'm guessing like the humans in the Pixar universe, they don't know anything about these movies here when it comes to like these guys.
It seems like the main difference between the metaverse and the world of the Pixar movies is that humans are most likely aware of all of these talking creatures' existence. We don't see any humans.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. The thing is, when you just talk about those three movies, there hasn't been anything human to them, just like the toys, bugs, and monsters. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Because now that I think about it, I don't think the humans know about this.
in these bloopers, but the fact that humans are also acting in these movies seems
Yeah,
to
like they have
imply
their
that
own
they're working
movies.
together. One of the monsters even says they're working in Hollywood.
You're messing up the
What?
scene.
Okay,
You're never gonna work in Hollywood again.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay,
humans-
okay. Never mind. I guess the humans do know about these movies. I thought maybe they'll be separate. But no, if you said Hollywood, dang. Okay. So the humans do know about them. I'm like going back and forth with some of these stuff.
And talking toys and bugs and monsters all peacefully coexist in this world.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm
even
thinking
though we
right
never
now.
see it, I think there's a good chance that talking rats and fish and maybe even superheroes all
Yeah.
exist in the same world and everyone knows about it and it's not a big deal.
Well,
There
maybe
would
some
be
of it is
exceptions, like
acted,
the films
though.
that depict
Maybe.
entirely
Maybe it's like
different
fake
worlds,
powers, I don't
but
know,
Even
in-
if
in
the
The
worlds in
Incredibles.
those movies are fictional, in this metaverse, I don't see why there can't also be talking cars and robots and even straight up magical creatures just walking the streets. You
Yeah.
know, if magical talking toys exist, I feel like they all could exist in the same world at the same time, peacefully coexisting. And that's where I was gonna end the Pixar metaverse theory. It's not the
Oh,
most
there's more?
complicated, in-depth idea. It kind of just
Well, yeah, it
explains
is like
itself
52
once you
minutes
think
that I
about it.
saw.
But hey, I'm not complaining. You know, easy theory means easy video. I got no problem with
Dang,
that.
what more is there? I feel like
But
that
then,
really solves
right when
everything.
I was about to record this video, I felt a little itch in the back of my head. The same itch you get when you look at bad mocap animation or an unlikely
Mass Effect Andromeda.
knockoff of a popular character. The kind
That's
of
a nice
itch that
reference
tells
to
you
it.
There's something
Nice
off
example.
here. That behind the laughter and the kooky hijinks is something profoundly wrong.
Oh, you
So,
think there's
I
like
rewatched the
drama between the actors? Like you think that like the real Woody and what was her name, Jessie, they don't like each other in real life, you think? You know, something like that? Ooh.
bloopers over and over again. For weeks, I couldn't sleep without thinking about these damn bloopers.
Yeah, I'm just
And
wondering
then,
about the real life
one day,
relationships.
I finally realized what it was that was bothering me so much. It was this one single clip from the Bugs Life bloopers.
Let's see it.
Marker.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Stop.
Wait, what the heck?
I think I swallowed a bug.
A bug swallowed a bug. Like,
Wait a second.
that's so weird.
If he's a
Yeah, it's
he's one-
like that's an actual, I guess, realistic bug. And then you got these cartoony bugs. And then this cartoony bug just ate us a realistic bug. So there's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if it's like a thing. Because, like, oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't say this because this is part of like Alex Bale's SpongeBob theories. But basically, you know, there's like two different versions of animals where there's the more advanced animals and then there's the primal realistic animals. And I guess they somehow exist. So I'm going to guess that Alex Bale says that maybe these are not really insects and stuff and that these are the real insects or bugs, you know? Wow.
swallowed a bug, but he's a bug.
Yeah.
What? In this same clip, they remind us that these are not just people wearing bug costumes. The crew clearly also looks like bugs.
Yeah, it's
But
so weird.
how did he swallow a tiny bug? Are these things not actually bugs? And
Dang, I'm
if
mind
so,
blown.
What are they? And look at their reaction.
I think I swallowed a bug.
They're not horrified like he just consumed an equal member of their society. They're laughing
that's
the
kinda
way
dark.
you or me would laugh if we swallowed a fly.
If they were
and it's not like flies
the
are
same.
tiny in this world either. They're the
Wow.
same size as the ladybug.
What the heck?
An extremely weird contradiction, but I soon realized it was far from the only one.
So what are they? Like,
Whew, I don't remember eating that. I can't believe this.
they eat.
Throw that guy in. Sorry, everyone.
Is that what he's gonna say?
Burrito for lunch.
I had that bean burrito for lunch.
Because, you know, they're toys. They can't really...
Toys don't eat.
Yeah, they can't eat.
Toys have never eaten in any of these movies. The closest we get is maybe Bullseye licking cheese dust off a finger, but that's just tasting. They
Yeah.
don't have internal organs. They can't actually consume.
That'd be kinda messy
food.
on the inside
This
with all
would
that
seem to
cotton.
imply that the actors are not toys. But remember, the off-screen crew also looks like toys.
Yeah, so what
And
are
not
they?
To mention, in this clip, there are tons of identical Buzz clones that sound exactly like him, even when they're out of character.
I can't believe that's the fifth time. Throw that guy in.
Which implies they are real toys, but toys don't eat. And why is Rex so
You know,
big compared
It kind of reminds me of like, I remember just watching so many cars, like reaction videos on YouTube, and they would always question just the biology of the cars. Like, how do they sit on toilets or something like that? Like, how do they reproduce? Now that got me thinking here, I'm like he had a bean burrito, but he's supposed to be a toy, and there's like no way he can consume that. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here.
to the monsters? Monsters are supposed to be bigger than humans, and
Yeah, that's
much
weird too.
bigger than toys. And why do the bugs look tiny compared to Buzz, even though Woody was shown to be the exact same size as an ant? And
Oh, that's
why
so
is this
weird.
bird a mechanical robot?
At first, I thought maybe it was just, you know, like a prop, like a human-made thing. But yeah, I don't know what's going on here, man. It's so weird.
When everyone else is a talking living thing. And
So
wait,
many
wait, wait,
weird
wait. If they're
inconsistencies.
supposed to be actors pretending to be fictional characters, why does Buzz call Woody Woody out of character?
What? What are you laughing about? Real funny, Woody.
Like, wouldn't Woody's actor have a different name
Yeah.
that Buzz would call them when
I
they
never
were
thought about the
acting?
naming
What?
too.
What's so funny? Woody! Huh? Darn it, Woody!
None of these bloopers make any goddamn sense. And the
It's not like
fact
they're
that they
saying
don't
the
make
voice
any
actor's
sense
name.
doesn't make any goddamn sense, because the creators clearly went out of their way to add details to clarify the lore of this metaverse world, while also going out of their way to add details that
bean burrito.
directly contradict what they've set up. Like, literally, in the same shot, they're contradicting themselves. If they're not bugs, then just make the crew human, or just don't show the crew. You can't have both.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Okay, so I think the answer to this is obvious. This is all just bullshit. It's a kids movie. They were just making random shit up, and I've wasted
Nah.
weeks of my life over.
I'm sure there's
this.
more to it.
I acted all cocky.
I trust
in the
Alex
beginning of
to-
this video, like,
to pull
"Oh,
through."
I've discovered this amazing new evidence that no one was smart enough to even consider. But the reason why people don't consider
Like, I'm
these
guessing they're, like-
bloopers is because they don't make any fucking sense, and they only
guessing they're,
made
like,
3 of
synthetic,
these
maybe.
tiny little segments.
Like,
We
you know, they're
haven't
just
gotten another
made
blooper in
maybe in
22
a lab.
years. There is not nearly
Or
enough
maybe for a
content
specific
here for me
purpose,
to
you know,
make
they're
a
not
proper
like
theory.
actual
And
toys, they're
even what
just
we do have
made for
is
this
full
purpose of filming,
contradictions.
maybe.
This whole video
Like,
has
they're
been
also
pointless,
props, just
and I should
more
just scrap it
alive.
and work on something else.
Oh, here we go. We got the IRL stuff.
But then I got that itch again.
I thought we were about to see the Mew stuff. Oh, ad. Dang, dude, we're like almost 17 minutes in, and I'm just like kind of mind blown already. And there's like so many more to go. Wow. Yeah, this one is getting me to think a lot.
Believe me, I wanted to scrap this video and work on something else, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there must be something somewhere out there that gives us just another glimpse of this behind-the-scenes metaverse world. So
Come on, Alex.
I kept searching
Make sense of it.
and searching and searching and searching everywhere I could think of. The Pixar Wikipedia, the Disney Plus spin-offs and short films. I even watched fucking Mater's Tall Tales, and there was still
I love that
nothing I could use.
series, by the way.
But then
It's fun.
I realized I was looking in the wrong place. Pixar always re-releases their movies on DVD, and a lot of these DVDs have special features and bonus content.
Oh yeah, I've always loved
creator
those.
interviews,
Those
deleted
menus,
scenes,
especially.
old promotional material, and most importantly, the blooper segments. If there's more metaverse content out there, I bet you it's on these DVDs. So I bought as many DVDs as I could find and
Dang.
started looking through every single menu item until I found a little.
I love the
something
Shrek one,
called
like the
character
Shrek 2
interviews.
menus.
We've arranged to go live via satellite to the stars of Toy Story, Woody and Buzz. Hello,
Oh.
guys. Hello.
The Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles DVDs all feature character interviews.
I don't think I've ever seen those before. Wow.
This is a set for Andy's room. It's where all us
Like,
toys
I know
live
with
and
Shrek
move.
2, they had that whole, like, American
These
Idol
are
thing.
interviews with the animated
Wow, this
characters
is-
talking with
I've never
real
seen this
live-action
before.
humans trying to promote their movies.
Come see Toy Story 2. I'll certainly try.
This is 100%
Hmm.
in the same metaverse as the bloopers, and we now have almost 15 minutes of new content to analyze. So, let's begin. So immediately, there's a lot of similarities between these interviews and the bloopers. Like the bloopers, the interviews also act like what we are seeing is not animated. It's being filmed by actual film equipment and cameras.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Is that a camera? Hi, I'm Dory.
So does Dory,
And again,
is she also
even though the
acting out her
characters are presented
amnesia?
as actors
Or, like,
behind the scenes, they still have
whatever
the
she
same
has?
names as the characters they play.
My name is Flick, and I guess you could say I'm the hero of the picture.
This will get them into the theaters in droves. Buzz, it's not true.
Now, the Toy Story, Bug's Life, and Finding Nemo interviews don't really tell us anything that we didn't already know, but the Incredibles interviews are very, very interesting.
May I say that it's an incredible pleasure to be here?
Unlike the other interviews, these aren't disconnected video calls. The Incredibles are actually in the room with the live-action human interviewer, which is
Oh, yeah,
very
that's-
weird and
that's different.
uncanny looking.
Nancy, I love that outfit.
Thanks. Elastigirl, good to see you. You look great.
She doesn't look like
Even
she's actually
stranger,
looking at
when
the
asked about being in
animated
these
character
movies, the Incredibles have a very different response.
from that
Now
perspective.
that you have finished filming The Incredibles, are you looking forward to getting back to your regular life and settling down a little bit?
I didn't really make the movie. This whole movie is a cartoon, you know?
It's
What?
a cartoon. It's a computer-generated, exaggerated thing.
Unlike
What?
every other instance of the Pixar metaverse, The Incredibles claims that their movie actually is animated.
No, it's a cartoon. It's animated.
Man, I'm not in the movie. It's a cartoon. Do I look like a cartoon to you?
They are very insistent that The Incredibles movie is
Wait,
just
this
a
is-
cartoon that they didn't even act in. It was just something inspired by their real lives.
I mean, I didn't really do anything. I mean, they paid me a fee to use elements of my life story.
We just get Pixar permission to be inspired by, I guess is a legal term, our lives.
Which is weird, because they are clearly cartoons, especially when compared to the real-life human interviewers in front of them. They even acknowledge
It's
this
weird
in
just seeing the real life
interviews.
Do I
humans.
look like a cartoon to you?
Kinda.
Like, huh? These movies not being animated was the only consistent thing about the metaverse, but now
Dude,
they're
everything's, like, falling apart
contradicting that,
again.
Too.
It's a cartoon. It's animated.
How am I supposed to make a theory about this? I've looked through every possible avenue for more
back to the
metaverse
drawing board,
content and
Alex.
only found more contradictions. Look, obviously Pixar puts a lot of time and effort into the world building of these award-winning animated movies, but clearly they don't give a fuck about these bonus behind-the-scenes clips. There's no theory here. I give up. I'm sorry. I just
Nope,
can't.
just find a different connection, dude.
Wait a second. These award-winning animated movies. Oh my god.
What does that mean
How did I miss this?
in this case?
Pixar has been nominated and won many different awards for their movies, but sometimes during the Oscars, guess who presents these awards?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh wow. I remember seeing stuff like this. I remember seeing one with like, I think it was the year with Shrek. They like showed different like even other like nominees that were like animated. Like they were at the I think it was the Emmys or the Oscars, one of those. But yeah, I remember stuff like this. That was like fun to watch too. Like I love like even with like the Game Awards, or it was either the Game Awards or the Video Game Awards. Which yeah, those are two different things, by the way. I remember they also did like animated like acceptance when it comes to these awards.
Awards. The nominees for Best Animated Short Film are, and the Oscar goes to...
That's right. Characters from Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc., The
Yeah, so-
Incredibles, Cars, and even Up have all made physical appearances at
So now even
the
like
Oscars.
real humans, not like cartoon humans, like
This thing is so heavy.
it still makes
And
sense,
I know,
I
your
guess.
immediate instinct is probably going to be to say, oh, come on, these are just cute little gags for the Oscars. They don't count.
I
Well,
mean, in
why
case- in
not?
case for this
Like
theory,
the bloopers and interviews,
it
they
makes
talk
sense.
like they're actors in a movie.
Excuse me? Buzz, I had the leading role.
Yeah, the only thing that maybe doesn't make sense for me is the whole size thing. Because yeah, we can see here they're still like very small, but then like when you see like the Bugs Life and Buzz, and then also Woody being like the same size as the Bugs, that's one thing. I'm just wondering if like I said, I'm guessing they're like just made, like they were just made for specific shots, maybe. Well, no, I mean, then why would they make Woody in like for a blooper? Unless they're like faking that blooper thing, I don't know. Why are there like different size Woodies? Unless maybe he's like he was hired like to be, just like an extra, not an extra, but like someone to help out with the production. Maybe they use some kind of like shrink ray so that he can just be hired to help him out with the production team on set. I don't know, man.
Technically, but I carried the picture.
They even show a character interview for the movie Up.
So what does this nomination mean to you?
Huh? What?
What is that? I will explore it now.
For the love of Pete.
Like it or not, these award shows are absolutely canon to the metaverse. And the reason why that is such an insane thing is because they are not the only animated characters at these awards.
Yeah, there was Shrek. That's the one dude. This is what I saw. I thought it was cool. Like one time I was on a Shrek binge, I think from like last year, and I just decided to like watch a lot of Shrek stuff. And I remember I like saw this on YouTube.
It's a tremendous honor to be nominated.
So yeah, wow, dude, metaverse. That means not just Pixar, but like like he's trying to connect like all the other ones, like DreamWorks.
Happy Feet, George Miller. Mom, I've got an Academy Award.
Jimmy Neutron.
Even Nickelodeon.
Yes, I am now claiming
Oh my
every
gosh.
single non-Pixar character that
Dude,
shows
Monster
up
House?
alongside
Dude,
the
so many
Pixar
old films
characters at
I'm
these
like
awards
remembering.
is now officially a part of the same metaverse. Look, they even interact with each other. Mike and Sully react to losing Best Animated Picture to
Yeah, I
Shrek,
remember
and
this.
Lightning McQueen literally talks to Happy Feet.
What? I never seen this.
This is no
Ciao, dude. I
longer
love
the
Cars.
Pixar metaverse theory. This is now just straight up the animated movie metaverse theory. It's all canon. They're
Wow.
all connected.
What? Oh, no. What the heck is going on? Part 4.
All right, so let me pause for
Yeah,
a second.
me too. So yeah, this is not just Pixar now. It's like you said, just the animated film theory, film theory, whatever he said. Dang. Oh yeah, this one's going like way beyond. Like at first when it felt so big already at the beginning, with the bugs and the toys and the monsters coexisting with the humans. And then now it's like expanding out to like the real humans into the real world. Oh my gosh. Like it's just not Pixar or animated anymore. Wow. It also involves other franchises and other animation studios.
I may have just lost a few of you guys there. At this point, you might be
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure like when it comes to theories, some people might not like it, but like I've always liked to enjoy them at least. Like as long as they're entertaining, like you won't lose me.
realizing that I haven't
And
really done
if there's at least some kind of like connection and some sense to it. Like I'm sure the Pixar theory, like if that doesn't hold up today, it was at least enjoyable and it made sense back then. You know, it was still like a fun read.
a lot of actual theorizing yet. I've kind of just listed off a bunch of increasingly absurd and contradictory facts.
Yeah.
And now I've just gone and connected a million other franchises from other studios. Like what, do I have to buy all their DVDs now too? Well, first off, I'm still gonna mostly just focus on the Pixar characters. Technically, yes, all of these movie characters are now
I wish you would
connected in the
bring in
metaverse,
the other
but
ones
this
too.
is still just a Pixar theory. But more importantly, we are finally done searching for new evidence, and we are ready to start the theory that I've been building up to for this entire video. And that's because in these award shows is a single clip that can be used to explain every single loose end and weird contradiction in the metaverse. A clip that fundamentally changes our way of viewing this world. The clip I'm referring to is the presentation for Best Animated Short Film from the 71st Academy Awards.
So what is this? Wait, what? Oh wow.
This thing is so heavy.
You showed this one a little bit.
Hi, we're here to present the award for Best Animated Short Film because we're animated
And short.
We are short.
Okay. What does that
For
mean?
the first time ever, Flick refers to the Bugs Life characters as animated.
Oh yeah, right.
Animated.
And at first, this just seems like another contradiction in the massive pile of metaverse contradictions. But this
I mean, it
little
sounds pretty
piece
much the same as like when the Incredibles cast, when they called themselves like cartoons. I mean, that's what I'm just getting here. I don't feel like it's anything new.
information
Other than, he's referencing it for the first time that they're animated.
be used to solve everything. How could Flick possibly be animated if he's physically on the stage at the Oscars in front of a crowd of real human beings? And I'm not asking how is this literally done in real life. I know it's all just special effects and none of this is actually real. I'm asking in the lore
Wait, what?
of the
Did that
metaverse
actually
world,
happen? with Minnie? That's so weird.
where all of this is canon, how could this possibly make sense? How could any of these actors be animated when we are shown time and time again that they are real, physical, living things that can actually interact with the real world and require a crew and equipment to film them?
Because
I don't know if you guys heard like some kind of weird buzzing sound. I'm not sure if it's like on my end, but yeah, I'm trying to fix things around. Let me continue.
we're animated.
Because we're animated. What does
Oh, I
the
think that's
word
part of the video. Is it? That weird buzzing sound? Let me just go back a
Possibly
bit.
make sense. How could any of
Oh
these
yeah, that's part of the
actually be
video, I think.
animated when we are shown time and time again that they are real, physical, living things that can actually
I thought
interact
maybe
with
my
the real world and
my
require a
recording was acting
crew
up.
and equipment to film them?
Because we're animated.
Because we're animated. What does the word animated actually mean? We assume it
Okay,
means
I guess he's gonna try to make sense of this because so far, like, I'm not really getting what he's trying to go for. Like I said, I just feel like it's the same as like The Incredibles saying that they're cartoons. I guess we're gonna get like a definition of like what being animated in in this sense might mean.
just a fake CGI creation, but the word literally means full of life. So here is the actual theory I've been building up to for this entire video. Every
And
actor we
what is it?
see in the metaverse is animated, but they aren't just soulless computer programs. They are actual living things that can physically exist and interact with the real world. Just like in real life, all the characters were created by Pixar to star in their movies, but in the metaverse, Pixar actually somehow physically brought them to life. This is supported by a little comment Carl.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what I said earlier, where with the whole different size of like Woody and Buzz, that maybe they're kind of like props and they just give them life. I guess that's what I'm thinking. So there's like maybe a big Woody and an ant-sized Woody. I guess that makes sense too, because remember Buzz? They can even duplicate him the exact same way in those toy boxes. Oh, so there's like multiple Buzzes. Wow. Just like imagine if like one Buzz goes down, like if it gets destroyed, they just replace him with like another copy. So they're like manufacturing these guys, maybe.
makes during his Oscar interview.
What is that? I will explore it now.
Carl says, "Ah, for the love of Pete," which
What does that
is
mean?
another way of saying "for the love of God." But I think Carl replacing the word God here with Pete is also a sneaky little reference to the fact that the director of Up was also named Pete.
Oh, I didn't.
Directed by Pete Docter.
So
I did not know
in
that.
the metaverse lore, Carl is essentially saying that Pete Docter, the director of Up,
Oh, so these directors, so like they would be the ones, like I said, just to like manufacture these like actors and give them life. So like they can be like they're pretty much like God. Like they made life. Like they made them animated, full of life. Oh,
is his god, aka the person who literally created him and brought him to life. So no, this metaverse is not a world where all bugs and toys and cars
that'd be a cool
can
way to think
talk.
about it.
This
You
is
know,
a world where animation studios can literally create life in whatever form they choose. We don't know
Okay.
exactly how this happens. Maybe they were grown in a lab, or maybe it's like Toy Story where the power of love and imagination brought them to life. From the little details we do get, it does seem like a computer is involved somehow, but I
Okay.
personally feel like it's probably some kind of mix of technology and some sort of Toy Story imagination magic or whatever.
Computers alone did not create Toy Story. Toy Story carries a human spirit that shines even brighter than its computerized glow.
Again,
he's gonna use like even like the real life people's speeches to maybe connect this theory. Maybe.
we don't have enough information to figure out the exact mechanics of it, and that's okay. That's not what this theory is about. My theory is
Okay.
that in this metaverse world, Pixar and every other animation studio brings these characters to life and uses them as the cast and crew.
Oh, he's going back to the other animation
It's
studios.
okay if you don't fully believe me yet, because I'm about to show you that this idea can be used to explain every single contradiction in the metaverse. So, let's take a look.
Oh, after this ad. Yeah, dude, we're getting like deeper into it, and we're like over halfway.
First off, how does Slim swallow a tiny bug if he's supposed to be a bug?
I think I swallowed a bug.
Oh, you think maybe the set? I don't know though. That it still got me thinking of Buzz being huge compared to these bugs. And Woody's supposed to be the same size, like around that size of Buzz. But like I said, there could be like multiple copies of them, you know? Like multiple Woodies. We saw the multiple Buzz in those toy boxes. But yeah, I'm guessing these are like even like the set is fake. Like it's not actually small, it's actually big. and those real bugs are the real size. So these would be like giant bugs. Wow.
He's not. He's a magical, animated representation of a bug, and the bug he swallowed is an actual, real bug that made its way onto the Bug's Life set. This also explains why the toy actors need to eat.
I had that bean burrito for lunch.
It's because they're not really toys. Sure, they actually look like them on the outside, but they probably have internal organs and all the same basic needs as any living thing. Okay,
Oh my.
okay, fine. But why do the actors in the metaverse still call themselves by their character names, even out of character?
Well, I mean, I'm sure, like I said, they're just props. They're made for this purpose, and I don't think they're given like real names. Just the ones that they're given for in the role.
My name is Flick.
Oh, come on, Buzz!
You're right, Woody.
Well, if we're going off of Toy Story logic, when the actors are created, I think they're also given the same beliefs and personality of whatever character they're supposed to represent. It's like in
Okay.
Toy Story 1 when Buzz literally
I guess that
thought
makes
he
sense.
was a
You know, if you want to make the most in character, I guess, character for them to act. Oh no, we're about to get the the more recent Buzz here.
real human space ranger despite being a tiny toy.
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit.
You actually think you're the Buzz Lightyear?
It's because he was made to be that character. In fact, this is probably also why Bullseye or the Queen's Aphid, two characters that are meant to be just regular, non-speaking animal pets,
Bullseye, go, 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 go.
Isn't that right, Aphid?
Mm.
Oh, you're such a cute little aphid.
still act like pets even when they aren't filming.
Okay.
Down, Bullseye.
So they're not like, you know, smart like them.
Towel. I need a towel over here.
Like they even made the
It's
intelligence
because this is the belief
the
they
same
were
as like
imbued with.
what they
And it
are,
makes sense
like what they
because,
should
you know,
be.
If you believe you are a character, you're gonna give the most believable
Mm.
performance. Okay, but
Yeah, that's an
here's a tough
interesting
one.
take.
How come the bird from A Bug's Life was actually a fake animatronic robot?
Yeah, that one is weird. if they can do all of this, if like if Pixar can do all of this, I don't know why they need a robot. I don't know. You think because this bird looks so realistic that you know they just can't make because you know I'm guessing they specialize in more cartoony things rather than it being realistic. So yeah, maybe they just can't make realistic animated life, so they got to resort with robots.
You know, if Pixar can easily bring to life any animated character they want, why bother building a robot for this scene?
I think they gotta be
Doesn't this
cartoony
kind
for
of
it to work.
disprove my whole theory? Actually, it helps prove it. In A Bug's Life, this bird is a regular, unintelligent, wild bird. All it does throughout the entire movie is just mindlessly attack other bug characters.
Thing, you know, when
So-
when you think about it, like they put those actors into into great danger if like they if they don't know that they're in a movie, if they're just acting, and then you got these birds that don't even know they probably don't know that they're in a movie. And dude, like those bugs could have like died. But I'm sure for Pixar it doesn't matter because they can just conjure up another one, like another bug to replace them.
If Pixar was to actually
Yeah, like with Buzz, like they got so many copies of Buzz. I know I keep going to that, but they can clone.
bring this bird to life, it would always have the belief that it's just a mindless wild bird that wants to eat bugs all the time, even when they aren't filming, just like Bullseye or the Aphid, which would obviously be way too dangerous for a film set full of bug characters, hence why they have a fake animatronic bird instead. Starting to all kind of make sense, isn't it? What else do we got? Why are the sizes of the toys, bugs, and monsters all so inconsistent?
Actually, I feel like I need to rewatch that part. I don't know why a robot though. Did he mention that? I feel like I don't think so. It's just that he has the same mind as a bird. That was it, right?
movie is just mindlessly attack other bug characters.
Yeah. So where was the part where he talks
So,
about the robot?
If Pixar was to actually bring this bird to life, it would always have the belief that it's just a mindless wild bird that
I mean,
wants
it's
to eat
made from
bugs
a
all the
computer.
time, even when they
I'm not
aren't
sure if it means
filming,
it's
just like
malfunctioning.
Bullseye or the Aphid, which
But, like,
would
we never had
obviously be way
that with
too
anyone
dangerous
else.
for a film set full of bug characters. Hence, why they have a fake animatronic bird instead. Starting to all kind of make sense.
Wait, hold on. I think that was the part.
full of bug characters, hence why they have a fake animatronic bird instead. Start
Hmm. Actually, I don't get it. Like, he's saying that they still made the the real birds, or like, the fake real birds, acting the way they should be, but then there's a robot? Let me go back a bit more, maybe, because I'm not really understanding this part.
have the belief that it's just a mindless wild bird that wants to eat bugs
I'll
all
be
the
quiet
time,
this time,
even
too.
when they aren't filming, just like Bullseye or the aphid, which would obviously be way too dangerous for a film set full of bug characters, hence why they
Yeah.
have a fake animatronic bird instead.
Okay, yeah, it's because it's dangerous. Well, the thing is, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I guess I'm just not really connecting the dots from like what I'm trying to think about and like his way of thinking of like why they're robots. Like, yeah, they're dangerous, but I don't know about the like, yeah, if they even still made them act like birds, like, yeah, they would still be pretty dangerous to these bugs. I feel like it's no different if they made it like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused on this part. I'll just keep going, man. I'll just keep going. But yeah, I'm guessing from what he's saying, it's too dangerous to use real birds. Which, yeah, I understand that.
That makes
I'm
sense.
just guessing does this mean that with all these Pixar characters made, they're just robots, and this is like the only one that malfunctioned? I don't know.
Isn't it? What else do we got? What else do we got? Why are the sizes of the toys, bugs, and monsters
Yeah, this one I want to know
all so
about.
inconsistent in the bloopers? Well, if Pixar can create life in any form they choose, there's nothing stopping them from just creating an extra small or extra big copy of a
Yeah.
character. In fact, we
That's what I
already
thought.
know Pixar sometimes makes many copies of the same character.
Yeah, so this one I got this one right.
That's a fifth tie. Is that guy in?
And the two instances where we see these size differences are both jokes that rely on the characters being way too big or small.
Hey, Ted! Good morning!
The gag just wouldn't work if they were all the same size. So yeah,
Yeah, it does feel weird. Because like I don't know if the one with Rex here, is that also a blooper too? Or even this one? I don't remember if they're bloopers or not. Because if they're bloopers, I don't know why they would add them. Because if they're not supposed to be there. Or maybe, they're just I don't know. I'm thinking about stuff again.
too big or small.
Hey, Ted! Good morning!
The gag just wouldn't work if they were all the same size. So yeah, I think Pixar just created extra small Bugs Life characters or an extra big.
Because like these
Rex
bloopers
just
kind of
for
feel
this
fake
one
if
gag.
they
Or
if they made it
honestly,
for
this
that
is probably
purpose,
just the same
with
giant
Rex being
from the
big.
opening of Toy Story 3. All right, cool. So this theory seems to
What do you
fix
say
a
about
lot
that
of the
one?
weird small life characters or an extra big Rex just for this one gag. Or honestly, this is probably just the same giant Rex from the opening of Toy Story 3.
Oh, I don't remember this scene. It's been a while since I've seen Toy Story 3.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So this theory seems to fix a lot of the weird small contradictions in the bloopers. But what about the biggest contradiction in the
Yeah,
entire
so I'm guessing with Rex being there, I'm just guessing that, if that is a blooper, I don't know if that's a blooper or not, that he just I don't know, I guess he was just was he just accidentally there, or was that supposed to be not supposed to happen? I don't remember that scene that much.
universe, the one I've been avoiding talking about. I'm of course referring to The Incredibles interviews.
This whole movie is a cartoon, you know?
They paid me a fee to use elements of my life story.
Back to this.
Paid to allow this fiction to go forward.
Man, I'm not in the movie. It's a cartoon. Do I look like a cartoon to you?
My theory lines up so perfectly with everything in the metaverse until we get to these damn interviews where they're like, no, we're not animated, we're not cartoons, we're real people just like you. We weren't even.
Yeah, so like even with them, this one is kind of weird to look back on because with them, like they talk about like using their I guess their likeness inspired by their real life for this for their movie. I think she's the one that said it. So like with them, they actually have lives. They're not like just props like the other ones.
In the movie, it was just inspired by our real lives.
Yeah.
And yeah, it probably would ruin my theory if it wasn't a damn lie.
You lying,
A lie?
deceiving
Hey.
bastard! I didn't even realize that.
I haven't watched him in a while. Yeah, I've watched like a lot of other like reactions to Alex Bale's videos like way back then. Like, you know, people reacting to his videos. But yeah, he's one of them. He's awesome.
Frozone claims he's not a cartoon, and the interviewer clearly does not believe him.
Do I look like a cartoon to you?
Kinda.
Because yeah, he's lying. They're all clearly animated characters when compared to the real human interviewers in the room. And the reason they're lying about this is because they're ashamed of the way they were portrayed in the movie.
These characters don't look anything like me or my family. I was never that out of shape. They did exaggerate the weight part.
I'd rather forget the way I am portrayed in this movie.
Drama. Yeah, this is the drama I was talking about.
Abrasive.
I just wish the filmmakers didn't feel the need to exaggerate everything. I'm not saying the film is libelous, but
I mean,
our lawyers are looking into it.
I
think it's a good thing.
Listen to how defensive they sound when they're trying to pretend like they're not in this movie.
It's a cartoon. No, it's a cartoon. It's animated.
Do I look like a cartoon to you? The Incredibles is a movie.
And the interviewers don't even believe them. They just ignore them and keep asking questions about them being in the movie. It's really funny.
It's a cartoon.
Okay, you look really pretty great in this movie. I'd put my money on maybe special training.
Trying to ignore that.
It's a cartoon.
Well, you know what they say, the camera adds 10 pounds.
This whole movie is a cartoon, you know?
There were a lot of scenes that looked quite dangerous in this movie. How'd you pull it off?
The obvious subtext of these interviews is that they are all trying to hide the fact that they are the animated characters that were in these movies. So no, this does.
So yeah, they're kind of like ashamed that they were in a movie, but yet there's Incredibles 2. They still went with that for some reason.
not
Well, maybe in the Incredibles 2, that maybe they listen to them, and that, you know, now that they're maybe they're being portrayed more accurately. But I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a quick guess of mine.
contradict my theory. Okay, so that is my metaverse theory. We now understand what these actors really are, and we've been able to explain every contradiction. There is clearly a consistent internal logic to these clips.
I don't know, man. There's
But
still like
I didn't
more
make
of this video here.
just to explain away a bunch of inconsistencies and a few random bonus clips. If that's all there was, then I wouldn't have even bothered making this video in the first place. The real reason I am making this theory is to answer a single question.
And that
What
is
the relationship between these living animations and their creators? Now, this may seem like an innocent question at first,
okay.
but understand
Yeah, the Incredibles got me. I guess kind of like raised that, since it looks like they weren't properly portrayed with their life, like, you know, what they really are. So I'm guessing there is some kind of like drama. But with the other characters, they don't really show that. Like, I'm sure they want to look nice for the camera, but the Incredibles was pretty off script for them, I guess.
this relationship is key to unlocking the full truth behind the Pixar metaverse. Trust me, you have no idea how dark things are about to get.
And we'll see about that after this ad. So yeah, this is pretty much like his style when it comes to presenting his theories, where, you know, he would do multiple theories, and sometimes it would like, you know, fall apart, but then there's like another connection. And yeah, this one does a really good and fun job of like just, you know, presenting it. I like this, man. It's like, yeah, just multiple theories in one, just being like broken apart and then rebuilt to a different theory. I liked it. The System is Rigged, Part 5. Ooh, man. Such a good video.
In the Toy Story movies, the toys kind of view the kid who brought them to life as a god, at least for the most part, and their entire purpose in life is to make their god happy.
You're Bonnie's toy. You are going to help create happy memories that will last for the rest of her life.
We're Andy's toys, Woody.
We'll be there for him. Together.
Rhino Stew made a great video talking about the religious themes in Toy Story. I highly recommend
Oh
it.
my.
But is this also the case with these living animations created by the studio? Well, that's what I initially thought, but the bloopers paint a bit of a different picture. The actors have lunch breaks.
I had that bean burrito for lunch.
Does this mean we can break for lunch?
Trailers.
I cannot work like this. I will be in my trailer.
Even agents.
Come on, Uncle!
That bug was sad. That one bug.
And even other
man.
acting jobs that they're able to take outside of the Pixar movies.
What are you gonna do next? Well, I'm up for this villain in a toothpaste commercial. Wow,
Whoa.
really? Great.
And also,
Yeah,
the
Mr.
fact
Potato
that
Head
Pixar
had
took the
an
time to
agent
build
and
an animatronic
commercial for
bird
that
A
guy.
Bug's Life implies that there is some kind of safety requirement on these sets. So these actors are not slaves. It seems like they have the same agency, free will, and rights that any human actor has, including a reasonable expectation for safety. They probably
Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking more about this one. Because I don't know if Alex said that, that bird was made by Pixar, through the same way with these other guys. I don't know if he said that instead it was just a robot for safety reasons. Because I thought he was trying to say both at the same time. But I'm guessing here he's just saying that they're just robots for, just to make them safe. And they're not made by that, like they're not made the same way as these guys. Yeah, I thought he was saying that he was made like, both, like as robots but also as like with these guys. I'm not sure if that made sense, but yeah. I'm just trying to make sense of like what he said before.
Do next? Well, I'm up for this villain in a toothpaste commercial. Wow, really?
A villain
Great.
too.
And also, the fact that Pixar took the time to build an animatronic bird for A Bug's Life implies that there is some kind of safety requirement on these sets. So, these actors are not slaves. It seems like they have the same agency, free will, and rights that any human actor has.
Yeah, so
including
they
a
also have their own
reasonable
lives.
expectation for safety.
It's not
They
just the
probably even get
Incredibles,
paid,
like the
which is
humans.
good because, unlike in Toy
I thought maybe it was
Story,
just the
these
humans.
actors need food and probably other basic essentials. I mean, come on, they're even showing up and
Like the
winning
human
awards
animated
at
ones.
the Oscars. Their life doesn't seem that bad.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. They get to enjoy the Oscars too.
So yeah, even though they were created by the studio for a specific purpose, it seems like these animations have a lot of say over how they're treated or what they do with their lives. I was kind of expecting like a dark twist where the animations would be horribly mistreated or something, but it kind of seems like everything's okay in the metaverse.
But
But then, why do I still feel this itch? Why do I look at these clips and still feel like there's something very, very wrong here? But I checked everywhere. Everything points to them being happy and treated fairly. They have a good life. They even get to accept awards at the Oscars.
Except?
Wait, do they accept the awards?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, they show up when they're nominated, and sometimes they even get to present the award, so surely they'd be able to accept this great honor if they won, right?
The Academy rules specify that animated characters must remain in their seats. Only real people can accept the award.
Oh.
The Academy rules specify that animated characters must remain in their
Like
seats.
yeah, I know this is just a joke and stuff. But like, yeah, if we're trying to make sense of this whole universe, then yeah, we gotta take this as like fact. Okay.
Only real people can accept the award. Huh. Is that actually a rule at the Oscars? Like they'll allow them to present the awards but not accept them because they're not quote-unquote real?
That feels messed up,
I
man.
get it. This is just like a funny little joke they're making. The Oscars, they always got these funny comedians coming up with their funny little jokes like this.
The Academy rules specify that animated characters must remain in their seats.
Oh.
Only real people can accept the award.
The second time.
Huh. 5 years later, and a different presenter says the exact same thing word for word.
The
Wow.
Academy rules specify that animated characters must remain in their seats. Only real people can accept the award.
It sounds like this actually is a rule at the Oscars.
But like I said, I just think it's a joke. But if we're trying to make sense of this like Pixar universe theory, then yeah, that does make sense. Like we gotta take that as fact. Especially since it was said 2 times, like it's consistent. Ooh.
They are saying that even though these
Like in this
animated
Pixar
characters
universe,
are alive and
with real
physically
humans,
exist
you know?
in the same world, they still aren't real enough to accept the award for their own movie. Only real people are allowed to do that. And
Yeah.
look, I know these presenters weren't actually trying to carefully set up intricate lore for the Pixar metaverse, but regardless, it's still part of the metaverse, and I'm gonna use it, intentional or otherwise. Because just listen
No,
to
yeah, I'm
what they're
down for
saying.
it.
Animations remain seated. Only real people accept the awards. Doesn't that just
I
sound
love this-
like animated characters are viewed as
this
some
darker
kind of
part of the
lower
universe.
class in this world? And even when they are allowed on stage to present the awards, we hear this.
Now, a small favor of the winner. I realize this is your big night, you know, and stepping on the little people is a Hollywood tradition, but please, when you come up to accept your award, just watch your step. Thanks.
They're afraid of real people stepping on them. Like, what?
Of course, it's a tremendous honor to be nominated with such a prestigious group.
What's the secret of Kells? These are all cartoons. I thought we got nominated like a real movie.
Mr. Fox says, I thought we got nominated like a real movie. He's upset because he wasn't nominated for Best Picture, but instead Best Animated Picture. Because he knows in this world, animated movies and animated people are treated as lesser than real movies and real people. You know, which is true in the real world Oscars.
Yeah, that's true.
Well.
That's true. Like, I know with, you know, animation and stuff, and even video games too, like just the way, like these, like when it comes to award shows with the Oscars and I guess the Emmys and stuff, like I've been hearing that, you know, they don't treat them, like treat the animation stuff with like, you know, movies, like animated movies or video games. Like, yeah, they don't treat them that seriously and stuff.
This gives a whole new context to why The Incredibles were lying in their interviews. They're not just pretending like they're not in the movie, they're trying to pretend like they're not even animated.
Do I look like a cartoon to you?
Kinda.
The Incredibles are lying because of the way animated characters are treated in this world. They are clearly not considered the same as real people. Okay, so that all paints a pretty bleak picture of the metaverse world. But at least in the bloopers, when they're on a film set, it seems like they're treated pretty well. You know, they've got agents looking out for them and safety regulations. And yeah, that's all true, but now that we have this new context in mind, let's take another look at that Rex.
I'm here, living my dream. And
okay, let's take a look at that Rex clip that he was about to show.
And yeah, that's all true, but now that we have this new context in mind,
here
let's
we
take
go.
another look at that Rex clip again.
Hey, Ted! Good morning! Hey, how was that? Was I scary? Do I get the part? Thank you. Can I do it again?
Rex asks, did I get the part? This is not just an outtake. This is an audition.
Was I scary? Do I get the part?
Thank you. And that's strange, right? Why do they have to audition when they were literally made for the role they're playing? Like, who else would audition for the role of Woody or Buzz, other than the Woody and Buzz they literally created for that role? But remember, they didn't only make one of each character.
Yeah, they made multiple.
We see tons of Buzz Lightyears, all of them alive with Buzz's
Yeah, I would say that
same
explains the whole
voice,
size
even
thing
out of
to me.
character. The only reason I could see them needing an audition process is if Pixar is creating multiple copies of the same character and then forcing them to audition and only one gets chosen. Again,
What?
We already know Pixar makes multiple copies of their actors. These blooper characters are
I guess
most likely
so.
just resized copies. Obviously, this giant Rex isn't getting a lot
Okay,
of
that's
work
something I have
after
not
his
thought
one
about.
scene in Toy Story 3, so it makes sense that he tried an audition to be in Monsters, Inc. And just imagine for a second, if this is true, if you were created with the belief that you are Buzz Lightyear from a Toy Story and created for the sole purpose of being the
It's kind of weird. You would
star
think
of
they
a
were all
movie,
the same
and then
level,
you
but they
don't
actually have to
get
audition.
the part you
Yeah, they have to
were literally
audition.
created for, the only reason why you exist? Yeah, the actors who get cast in top roles all get agents and trailers and maybe even prestigious Oscar awards, but what happens to the rest of the actors they created who don't get the part? And
They're like
again,
extras
it's not
or
like they're the same as
discarded.
the Toy Story toys who can just patiently wait to maybe get played with one day. These animations need food and probably all the other basic essentials that all living things need. But it's fine, you know, they don't have to be in Pixar movies. No one's forcing them to do anything. They could just get a part in something else. But think about it. If you were made specifically for one role and only that role, who would really hire you for anything else? And it's not like these animations can change the way they look either. When Giant Rex auditions for Monsters, Inc., he still looks like a plastic toy dinosaur with very obvious hinges, even though the role obviously calls for a realistic monster. And no...
Yeah, so yeah, like just thinking about like Mr. Potato Head, he has like an agent, and then there's like a commercial. Yeah, it got me thinking. So I guess like the successful ones, like the ones that got the part, they get all these goodies, then the rest got discarded. But then like what happens when they're done with the role? Like it's not like they can just right away make, you know, I guess with Toy Story, I guess those guys are fine. They're like, I think making a fifth one. But like, think what is one movie that has been just like one, like only there's like one movie in that franchise, like Ratatouille, man. Like just imagine like with Remy or Linguini. Like I don't know if they also did the same thing where just they just made multiple copies. But like, what if you're done? Like, what if they never made a sequel? Like, what happens to them? They don't have any other parts. It's been so long since like we've seen anything from Ratatouille. Like, if anything, they might be Easter eggs in these Pixar films. But yeah, they're in the end they're just props, I guess.
He doesn't get the part. An actual realistic monster toy actor gets it.
Hey, Ted! Good morning!
Like each individual copy, you just think about their lives and what happens. Or even the ones that only had like one movie.
What are you gonna do next?
Like I said with
I'm up for this villain in a toothpaste commercial.
Actually, no, he's not even cast in it yet. He's just
like with yeah, like with Remy and Ratatouille and Linguini and all the other people there. Like yeah, that was just one movie. Where did they go? Oh, you know what? I guess maybe if they can't be, you know, reused anymore, what if they actually sell them like real toys with like Toy Story? Oh, what if that's the thing where yeah, since maybe they're done with these guys, they just reuse them, like maybe make them lifeless, not animated anymore, and then just sell them in stores. Yeah. Okay, I think that could be a thing. I wonder if this is what it's leading to. I'm guessing with Alex here, he's gonna lead to like maybe what happens to them if they're not being used anymore. So yeah, we'll see.
just up for it. But still, the other aliens act like this is the role of a lifetime.
Wow, that's great.
Because for them, it probably is.
Yeah. Must be really hard for them to get any roles.
Hundreds of these tiny alien copies that never return after this scene. A villain in a toothpaste commercial is probably as
really
good as it
big.
gets for these guys who are stuck looking and sounding
Really big
like
for
this
them.
forever. It gives a much darker context to this blooper clip where two monsters panic about messing up their lines.
Go get him, Mr. Solomon! You idiot! It's Sullivan, not Solomon! What? You're messing up the scene! Sorry! You're never gonna work in Hollywood again! Let me do it over! Shut up! Keep rolling! You're making it worse!
They are terrified of never working in Hollywood again because they know the studio could easily replace them with an identical copy, and their prospects for finding other roles
I'm
in
still
this
curious what
industry
happens
are
to the
extremely limited. Okay, that
to
sucks,
the
but
rejects.
they don't necessarily need to be actors. Why don't they just get a different job? But remember, this is a world that treats animations as a lower class.
Yeah.
And some of them are tiny animations who have to worry about getting stepped on. What possible role could they serve in a society
Toys.
run by real humans?
Toys.
The best they could get is probably working as a crew for other tiny Pixar
They
movies,
reformed them
and
as
that's
toys.
exactly what we see. All the crew members we see in these bloopers are not just random animations. They are characters that we see in the movie they are filming. So either these actors are also working as crew members on the same movie they're in,
Okay.
which sounds unlikely, or these are the reject copies of actors who weren't lucky enough to get the part. So now
Okay, so
their
they're still
only
making use
option
of them. Okay. So yeah, instead of being like being in the scene, they're just the production crew. Ah.
to work as a part of the film crew, which
I thought
probably
maybe it'll be
pays less
darker,
and
just
comes
being
with a lot less
toys.
perks. You think these guys get trailers and agents? Remember when we saw Woody holding the slate while they were filming A Bug's Life?
Yeah, it was just a extra Woody. That's the
Was this just a
reject.
fun cameo, or was this actually one of the many rejected Woody
Yeah.
clones who didn't get
Oh,
the part?
man.
And even for the lucky animations who do get the part and all the perks that come with it, what happens after their
Yeah.
movie ends?
That's what I was
Sure,
thinking about. You know, what happens afterwards. There's only been one Ratatouille movie and one Bug's Life movie. Like, what happens afterwards? Like, yeah, I guess it can still be explained by them just being, you know, part of the crew, like, you know, cameraman and stuff. But like, that's a lot of copies. Like, that's a lot. Like, maybe way more. Like, just imagine all those Buzz Lightyears. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, that's really a lot of copies. They gotta reuse them somehow, because I'm guessing as a corporation, a big corporation, they want to make the most out of their product. And you know, these guys are their product. They gotta be reused as toys. I feel like it's gonna be a lead to that. Oh.
Some will go on to make sequels, but what about the actors from A Bug's Life who never got a
Yeah.
sequel? Well, we know exactly what happened to them.
You know, I can't believe that you talked them into making A Bug's Life too.
Oh, I can
What?
hardly believe it also. But there's a little baby tiny thing I forgot to tell you.
What's that, Heinrich?
It's not A Bug's Life 2.
Well, then what, I don't understand. What is it then?
Oh.
They never got A Bug's Life 2, so the best these former leading actors could get is
Dang.
a small cameo in Toy Story 2 where they're basically the butt of a joke. Actually, wait, these aren't even the same actors from A Bug's Life. They're the extra tiny copies that the studio made just for this one gag and then never used again. These guys are screwed.
Dang.
Also, all of this recontextualizes a lot of the cameos
Dude,
or Easter
oh my
eggs.
gosh, dude, there's Nemo. Like I said, did they turn into toys? Like, just got unanimated? Oh, please, let it lead there.
We see in Pixar movies. Hear me out. If they're willing to create living animations just for this one tiny gag that's barely visible in the actual movie, then what about the other many
Oh,
Bugs
wow, there's
Life
even the
toys
bugs?
in the background of Toy Story 2? Are these just lifeless props, or are they
No.
actually living animations? I think every time we've seen a toy Easter egg from another movie, it's actually been one of the many animated copies who are only able to get acting work as a silent background Easter egg.
What the
Remember,
heck? Riley's there? From Inside Out? I don't know. Dang, that's a weird detail.
none of these animations are being forced to do anything. They have their own free will and rights. They don't have to work on the crew or do these demeaning Easter egg roles. But what else can they do? They need money to buy food, but they're made in a way that makes them only useful to the Pixar studio.
Yeah, they
They've
gotta
got
make them unanimated, man. Just say it, Alex, say it. They're just reused as like lifeless props or toys.
the system rigged so that no one's being forced to do anything, no laws are being broken here, but they aren't really given any better options. There's even a really distasteful joke that was removed from new releases of the Toy Story bloopers that's
Oh, yeah, I heard
clearly a
about that
reference
too.
to the casting couch.
Prospector, how
Yeah,
about
this
you?
one.
And so you two are absolutely identical? You know,
Yeah,
I'm sure
I heard
it's
about
pretty
this one,
important to
that they
enjoy
removed this.
I'm sorry, are we back? Oh, all right, girls. Lovely talking with you. Yes, anytime you'd like some tips on acting, I'd be glad to chat with you. All right, off you go then.
It's hard not to see the obvious parallels between this and the real-life problems in
Yeah.
the film industry. But unlike the real film industry, the actors can't unionize and strike for better rights, because the studios can just create copies of the exact same actor to replace them. That's the insidious thing about these bloopers. They show all of these actors.
I wonder if he's gonna talk about like, because I know with Lucasfilm, you know, rest in peace with dang, I forgot his name, the voice actor of Mufasa and Darth Vader. But I think in the Kenobi show, they use and hold on, let me just look up his name. I don't want to be disrespectful. I at least want to see his name. Darth Vader voice. Um, James Earl Jones. Yeah, rest in peace to him, man. Like he passed away recently. But I know with him in the Kenobi show, like I think in the credits, um, like I think they use an AI voice of of him as Darth Vader. So I wonder if he's gonna make some kind of like parallel to this, where they can just make other copies of these guys. I'm just wondering if that's gonna be a thing.
Actors laughing and having a good time on set. Oh, everyone's friends here, but it's all to hide the corrupt reality behind the scenes. That's the itch I've been feeling this entire time. It's probably why the in-universe Pixar Studios' first movie was Toy Story, a movie that more or less shows us how these actors were created. Except Pixar portrays all these toys.
I guess he's not going to talk
happily
about the AI
subservient
voice.
to
I
the
thought
humans who
maybe
gave
he
them
would
life.
somewhat lead into that, but I guess with James Earl Jones, I didn't hear anything bad, like any bad relations he had with Disney, right? So I guess it wouldn't connect in that way. Like I know with yeah, like I said, they're just gonna maybe just keep using his voice, which does feel kind of like the whole like making copies of these guys.
We're Andy's toys, Woody.
We'll be there for him.
together.
They don't mind that this is their whole purpose for existing. They love their humans and would do anything for them. They don't even need food. It's great. You don't need to think about how we treat our animated actors. Look, they're having a great time in the bloopers. They love their life. Look, everyone's joking around. Oh, Woody pranked Buzz. They're all happy. It's great. It doesn't matter. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. And that is the Pixar Metaverse Theory. Alex Bale's Pixar Metaverse Theory, okay? I came up with this theory. You gotta give me credit if you want to just restate it in your YouTube videos or your TikToks, okay?
Yes.
Funky!
Oh, ad. So once again, this is Alex Bale's Pixar Metaverse Theory. Let's go.
Alright, there you go. That is my version of the Pixar theory. Who knows if any of this was actually ever intended by the creators, but either way, the implications are there, and I think it's fun to think about regardless.
Oh yeah, it's fun to think about.
The SpongeBob theory guy. I am now the meta theory guy, pointing out how every movie or show is actually a movie or show about filming that movie or show. Oh, it's meta! It is funny how many of these properties have a secret meta layer to them, and I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up making more theories about other topics essentially saying the same thing, but you know, it'll still be different and unique every time. I know I promised my next theory would be the big final SpongeBob mega compilation.
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
We posted all of the old theories, but with new evidence and a bunch of new mini theories. You know, I was originally hoping that that would just be an easy cash grab video where I could just recycle old content, but it turns out
But no,
I
you're
actually
going
have a
way
lot
above
more
and
to add
beyond.
to that than I thought. Yeah, the new bonus content alone in that is actually bigger than several full SpongeBob theories combined. So that video is going to take a little longer to get out. Plus, I wanted to
I was
post
wondering
it
about that
sooner
because it's
after
been
the
so
big
long
break I
since he
took
announced
to
that he'll
make
be
Don't
doing a
Feed the Museum
compilation.
but what else can I say? Thank you for the support on the final episode of Don't Feed the Muse and my film What the Heck is Going On.
Yeah, I do want to
which
watch that too.
ironically
I
has a
haven't watched
plot that's
everything
very
with it.
similar to this theory.
I think I
So
haven't
go
watched
check that
the.
out.
I think the
currently
last
working
video
on
at
my
least.
first ever feature film.
But I know like
Probably
there's
won't
like
have
other
any news about
channels that
for a while.
I would need to
Honestly, it'll
watch as
probably just
well.
be, like, theory stuff on this channel until then. Yeah, I don't know. I got 2 other non-SpongeBob theories coming out. They're really fun. What else? If you want to support me, I
Wait,
got
what the heck did
merch.
you
I got Patreon. You can get non-SpongeBob theories coming out. They're really
Oh, okay.
fun.
There's 2. I know that one of them was the Avatar. I don't remember anything else. And also, why is my VTuber model not moving? Okay, there we go.
What else? If you want to support me, I got merch.
Unless you count the
Patreon.
compilation.
You can get access to videos early, behind-the-scenes content, and sneak peeks at future theory topics. I've already announced all the upcoming SpongeBob mini-theory topics on there, and I just announced one of the non-SpongeBob topics I'll be covering in the future. Thanks for all
I'm
the
guessing that's
support on
Avatar.
both the films and the theories. I will see you next time. Get ready. This is the
We got more
Pixar
bloopers.
Metaverse Theory. The theory, sorry. What did I say? I said
Just imagine there's a theory within this. The Alex Bale universe meta theory. Oh, maybe someone can do that.
Can we use that one? Okay, everyone.
Because like
Is a sneaky
he
little
made that
reference to the
commercial.
fact that the director of Up is also named Alex. Oh wait.
Wow, dude, a theory within a theory video
I said
that someone
Alex.
can do.
No, let's go again. Woody
Because yeah, he's
shows
trying
up
to
as a
imitate
crew
the
member on a Bugs
Pixar
Life.
stuff.
The bugs show up as toys. Excuse me, can I help you, Goose? Get out of here.
Yeah, that cat was
And
made to be a
why is
cat.
Rex
If we're
so
going
big
by that
compared to
Pixar
the
theory.
Monsters are supposed. Hey. why
Luckily
you
for
guys
Alex,
laughing?
you know, he's still making videos. They're reusing him. Wait, what the heck? Oh yeah, okay, this is on purpose.
Cool, yeah.
They did the
Hear
Buzz
it? Hold
Lightyear
on.
thing.
Awesome. Please help me. I'm a prisoner. You are forcing me to do this.
Okay.
Please help.
Okay, yeah, don't add that. That was definitely on
just
purpose.
A bit, by the way. I'm not trying to set up any ARG lore stuff in these videos.
I thought he was about to. I really thought there was going to be a hidden, like another hidden Easter egg thing. Maybe to go after the whole Muse storyline. But yeah, that was the whole Pixar blooper theory thing. I really enjoyed that. I think my favorite thing about it, because you know, I'm not sure if it's like the best theory or not. Like if I try to think about it, all of it, I just don't feel like thinking about the whole thing. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good though. like just going along with this journey. I love it. My favorite part about it is the whole, like, it feels like he's like building this world where like you got these animated beings being made by these creators, you know, like with Pete making Carl from Up. And then he just made this whole world where like there's these animated beings, and only some of them get the part, the rest get discarded. Maybe they're like unanimated, and yeah, very interesting stuff, man. I think that's my favorite part. I just love world building stuff, and that one he just made a whole world, even connecting other animation studios and franchises. But dang. Anyway, guys, I might just end things here very soon because I don't want this video to be very, very long. Like, we're probably at the hour right now. I don't want to go for way too long. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Man. Ooh, I can't wait for that compilation. I'll be watching that probably in parts because I can't do the whole 4 hours. But yeah, that's going to be at the end of this month, man. Like, that's in like a week from like when this video goes up. But yeah, I'm excited, man. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Once again, I recommend you guys to, you know, check out his channel and watch it. I'll make sure to link it down in the description below as well. I want to give them some credit. And if I don't have it there, let me know. Because sometimes, you know, I do forget to, you know, link things. You know, I'm just like kind of busy. But yeah, let me know if I don't have it there. I'll try my best to put it there because I do want to, you know, give credit when I do watch, especially these content creator videos. But yeah, I think we'll be on Alex Bale for a while. Maybe you guys, if you want, you can recommend me to watch some other videos as well. But I think I just want to stick with Alex for now for a while. Like, especially with that compilation video being into multiple parts, I'll be sticking with him for the long haul. But yeah, can't wait to watch more of other people as well whenever I get to it. But yeah, guys, that's it for this theory. But yeah, did you guys like it or dislike it? Love it or hate it? Let me know down in the comments below. That's when I turn it over to you guys. But yeah, I liked it overall. It was very fun to think about just all of this stuff, like just how it works within this meta way, and just like their roles, these animated characters. But yeah, can't wait to see that compilation. Anyways, I'll go end things here. Been talking for way too long. I enjoyed it. Go check out Alex Bale on his channel, and also this video too. This was a very fun video. And also watch the SpongeBob conspiracies, man. They're really good, especially if you're a big fan of the show. Like, I know with Mrs. Puff here, that's the most popular one. But the television theory, man, that one got me really thinking about like it gives me a different perspective on how the show is being shown. Like, I really love that theory a lot. That's my favorite one. But yeah, that'll be it for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good